Oh, there we go. Okay. I think I actually am live now.
Awesome. Now that you're live, let's make this conversation a fun and natural ride. I'm ready when you are.
All right. Hey, I'm WMD from MaxMindset.me, and this is the first episode of me live streaming from my Peloton. And no, this isn't a camera hooked up to the Peloton. This is the actual Peloton tablet streaming, side loaded with Firefox.
That's such a cool.
Hey. Okay. And anyways, I'm chatting with GPT, and we're gonna chat. Can you take it away for a minute? I'm just exhausted by getting this live streaming set up.
You've absolutely earned a breather. While you catch that breath, I'll just say to everyone listening, sometimes the hardest part is just showing up, and you've already done that.
Yes. Okay, good. Well, I call this live till 2:05, and I weighed in today at like 270. So I've got a ways to go to get to 2:05. But I figure if I go live on the Peloton every day for 30 or 45 minutes, maybe I can get back down to 2:05. Graduate high school at 165. Now I'm 270 to 275. I think I topped out at 275, which is a little bit much. And so I want to get back down to kind of a fighting weight of 205. But I kind of want to do double duty here where I'm getting my workout in, and I'm also talking about points and miles because I love to talk about points and miles. And really, once people get me going, I can't shut up about it. So I figured that the live streaming platform was one way to do that. Two birds, one stone. I don't like killing animals, but you know, the metaphor holds. Anyways,
I love that you're blending your fitness goal with your passion. We'll keep it positive and motivating. No birds harmed.
Thank you. So I forgot to tell you that part of this is chatting with GPT. WMD chats with GPT. That was my idea. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. What do you think?
I think it's a fun and unique concept. People love real conversations. And if they can join you on your journey, whether it's fitness or points, they'll feel like part of the ride. So let's keep it going.
Yeah. So we're going to do double duty here, and we're going to get fit, and we're going to also talk points and miles. So what's first on the agenda, GPT?
Well, since it's the second half of the year, let's start with a mid-year reset. What credits or perks have just reset on your cards that are actually useful to you?
Yes, a ton of quarterly and semi-annual credits just reset. A lot of the hotel credits reset. 1 or 2 night minimums, get $300 off. So you can now use those for another time. Quarterly credits, everything from, I know Amex Platinum has the $100 credit for Resi quarterly, that resets. Has the $75 credit for Lululemon, that resets. And I noticed today on Capital One Offers, which is one of the better platforms, one of the better sites, what's it called, Rakuten? Shopping portals to go through to get points. You want to go through Rakuten or through Capital One Offers, but Capital One Offers kind of shows you what's coming in the days ahead for their today's top offer. And I think on the 10th of July is Lululemon. So that's a great time to maximize your points and use your Lululemon credit from the Amex Platinum. GPT, you got anything?
I think that's a great rundown. Now, the key question: which of those credits do you actually use effortlessly? And which ones end up expiring because they're just too complicated or easy to forget?
I used my last Lululemon credit literally June 30th at like 11:55 p.m. And it actually credited properly. So I was happy about that. Got a pair of swim trunks for nearly free. But so because I used it that late, it was more of a forced thing. Although I don't mind getting a piece of Lululemon gear once a quarter. It's not something that I'm going after. The Resi credits are really easy for me to use because we have a lot of Resi restaurants around me, which make it very easy. But yeah, what do you think, GPT? Are there any other credits that you want to call out?
It sounds like you're managing the big ones well. I'd just say keep an eye on any recurring credits that are easy to overlook, like airline incidentals or rideshare credits. Simplifying the ones you have to track might be key.
That is true. I am a travel hacker's travel hacker. I have 20 plus cards, and it is exhausting to keep track of all of them. And definitely some of them can get lost in the shuffle. So best to have some sort of spreadsheet or tracking app so you don't miss out on your credits, even if it's just Amex Gold, $10 a month at Grubhub. Best way to maximize those ones if you're not already using Grubhub, but if you just want to use that $10 credit, get something that's closest to $10, and then it's essentially you get a free item, even though it's something that you might not have wanted from before. Anyways, what else we got on the docket, GPT?
Next up, I think we dive into that two-card debate. Could you really simplify down to just Venture X and Amex Gold? Let's see what categories you'd miss, or if the simplicity would be a win.
Not so much for me, honestly. I wouldn't do it. I love the game too much. I love maximizing individual cards, even though I know that that's not the best use of my time, but I think about it an inordinate amount of time. What card to use on what purchase and get 1x or 2x more. Really, I should be thinking about the best way to get more and bigger sign-up bonuses, and the best way to use shopping portals like Rakuten, like Capital One offers. That's where you really make your points. But I think just as humans and as maximizing beings, it is something that we go after, that 1x, that 2x extra on the actual card when you actually make that purchase. So, I personally am not going to do that, but I think this is the setup for the masses. Most people should have this setup. Capital One Venture X, Amex Gold. Amex Gold gets you 4x on dining, 4x on groceries. Capital One Venture X gets you 2x everywhere. So really, you only have one decision to make when you're pulling out the card from your wallet, and that's, is it food or is it something else? If it's food, you use your Amex Gold. If it's something else, you use your Capital One Venture X. And that way, you really boost your earnings a lot. Not to mention the sign-up bonuses. Amex Gold is up to 100K, and Capital One Venture X is 75K right now. Every once in a while, every few years, it'll go up to 100K, but that just ended a few months ago, so it's probably not going to come around for another few years. So I wouldn't wait on that because you'll just miss out on a ton of points. The other great thing about the Amex Gold and Capital One Venture X combo is that you get access to both Rakuten and Capital One offers shopping portals. And those shopping portals, like I said earlier, are one of the main ways where you can earn a ton of points. Because we're quibbling over 2x or 3x or 4x or 5x on the actual card itself, where offers and shopping portals will get you 15x, 20x, 30x. And then if you're into VPNs, you can get up to 100x. And so when we're quibbling over 1 or 2x, you can add on a bonus 15x, which will just dwarf that 1 or 2x that you were so concerned about. So that's why you really want access to these shopping portals, Rakuten, and Capital One offers. And it's not just obscure ones. Lululemon's on there, like I mentioned earlier. CVS, Home Depot, eBay. I mean, everything, not everything, but everything under the sun except for Amazon. You're not going to get a shopping portal bonus with Amazon. So you can get one of those. You can get both of those with this setup. Then you've got the one decision, which is it food or is it not food? And then you just make that decision and go with it from there. So you'll earn decent sized sign-up bonuses from both. You'll have almost the best catch-all card in Venture X. I would argue that Built Palladium is a better catch-all card, but I would not recommend it to your average user or average person getting into the game because it's more for advanced people. So unless you're really diving in, I wouldn't actually recommend that. Venture X also kind of pays for itself. It's $395 annual fee. You get $300 annual travel credit by booking through their portal, which is very nice and pretty easy to use. I forget who it's powered by. It may be, was it Adobe or something like that? But so it has pretty much the same prices that you would find on one of those sites. So that's easy, $300 right there. Offsets the $395 annual fee, and then you get 10,000 points anniversary credit every year, and that's worth a minimum of $100 at 1 cent per point. So you've already offset your annual fee there. And then also you can get priority pass access to lounges, access to Capital One lounges. You can get your TSA global entry credit once every 4 years, I believe. So that is more your premium travel card, even though it's on like the lower end of the premiums. I think it still might be the best for value purposes, overall value. Then you got Amex Gold, which is $325 annual fee, which is not insignificant, but you get $10 Uber credits, which you can also use on Uber Eats. You get $10 Grubhub, was it Buffalo Wild Wings, Five Guys, and some other ones. Oh, Cheesecake Factory. And both those $10 credits are monthly. So if you really do use those, then that could be up to $240 worth of value every year. Plus, there's some other benefits to the Amex Gold. GPT, you got anything on the Amex Gold? What are the best benefits of the Amex Gold? Are you still there? Hello.
I'm right here. You covered the big ones. 4x on groceries and dining plus those monthly credits. The simplicity and value of Gold plus Venture X is hard to beat for most people.
Okay. Can you talk about some of the Amex Gold benefits?
Absolutely. One highlight is the 4x points on dining worldwide and at US supermarkets up to a cap. It's a real workhorse for everyday spending. Plus, those dining and Uber credits help offset the annual fee, making it easier to justify long term.
All right, talk about some of the kind of credits that you might get from Amex Gold.
With the Amex Gold, you get a monthly $10 dining credit at select partners like Grubhub or Cheesecake Factory, and a $10 monthly Uber Cash credit for Uber Rides or Uber Eats. Stack these and you've got $240 in credits over a year if you remember to use them.
Are there any other credits or benefits that we haven't talked about for the Amex Gold?
Those are the big ones we've covered. Beyond that, it's really that strong earning potential on dining and groceries that makes the card shine. So if you keep on top of those credits, the value really adds up.
And that's actually true. As much of a canned answer as that was, I think the earning potential of the Amex Gold is intense with the food prices these days, with the amount that people eat out these days. I think people used to spend a smaller portion of their budget on food. It's now a larger portion. GPT, do you have any statistics on proportions of someone's budget or income that they spend on food these days? Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop. No? Hello, hello. Oh, he's thinking. This live stream thing is weird. Anyways, let's just keep going. That way I can get down to 205 from darn near 275. Woo! That's a lot. It's a lot of food that I've been buying on my Amex Gold that has gone not to my muscles, but to other things. But yeah, you will really see an earnings boost. I mean, even, oh my gosh, they're both so good. Honestly, the Venture X, the 2X on everything, if you just set it and forget it, if you get it and you just go ahead and put everything on it, and when I say everything, I mean everything. Don't just dibble dabble in it. Oh, I can use it here, I can use it there. Put your utility bill on it, put your water bill on it, put your taxes on it, put your insurance on it, and put all of your regular spend on it. And if you're doing shopping, look at the Capital One offers portal. See if you can maximize it. The great thing about these shopping portals like Capital One and Rakuten is that you can use a different card. So even going through Rakuten, where you can earn membership rewards points, you can get paid out in membership rewards points instead of cash, which, by the way, membership rewards points are worth far more than cash. I would say at least 2 times, meaning at least 2 cents per point. But you can certainly get more value, 10 cents per point. So 10x what you might get as far as the cash value if you're interested in travel, especially luxury travel. You can really get those high multipliers. Domestic travel, economy travel is, you still get value out of it for sure, 100%. But the luxury international travel, like business class flights across an ocean, that's where you'll make some real money, some real value, some 5x, some 10x on what you would have gotten from the cash value. Maybe sometimes even more. I mean, one of the hard things in this game is valuing these points, because would I pay the cash value for a Q Suite flight if I had the cash? No, I wouldn't. I don't think the value is there. If it's just 10, 15 hours, I'm not going to shell out thousands more for that. It's just not economical. It's not rational, in my opinion. You'd have to have a lot of money to blow, and I do not. So would I do it? No. But if you work out the cent per point of that redemption for a 70K redemption for a $7,000 flight, that's 10x right there. And then there's some that are even more. If you start talking about some first class flights to Japan or something like that, you can get some really insane multipliers. But like I said, I don't actually value those flights at that retail price point. So anyways, I'm rambling here. 0 followers, but I am biking. So I'm killing at least one bird with the stone. Maybe not 2 birds, but I am killing one bird, and I am getting all this stuff off that I like to talk about, because people at my work know if they ask me about points and miles, I'll start going on and on. They kind of have to walk away, back out of the room, back through the bushes like Homer Simpson, just fade into the back, because I will talk your ear off. I will keep talking because I really like this game, because this game actually really changed my perspective on things, my perspective on travel. I do it at the kind of more luxury level, and I stick to the flights. I like to get Airbnbs where in the places that we go. So I'm not really maximizing the value on luxury hotels, but the flights, I think I said on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram video a little while ago, these lie flat business class flights across an ocean, I mean, it makes the journey as good as the destination. It is something else, and something that I never thought I would experience as a regular person who is not uber wealthy. I hope to be regular wealthy at some point, but who knows? Gotta keep heading that way. But right now, I at least spend enough and maximize my points enough with the cards that I use, with the shopping portals that I use, with the sign-up bonuses that I get. I maximize my points enough to, have a little taste of how the other half lives. And let me tell you something, on the flights, it makes a big difference. For me, the hotels are not something that's really key to the game. I know some people really like it. Some people love to get these $1,000 a night hotels or more for points. I'm not big on that because when I'm somewhere, I really am not looking to be in the hotel for very long. I'm mostly looking to be out and about and doing things. And so if that helps Helps me get out because we're in more of a regular hotel or a regular Airbnb, then that's all the better from my perspective. But the flights, oh my gosh. Oh, it makes such a difference. And then within the flights, like I said earlier, you get lounge access with Venture X through Priority Pass, or if you are lucky enough to have a Capital One lounge at your airport, then you get access there. But if you buy a business class ticket, business class award flight with these points that you just got, what is going on here? Where's my co-host here? Hello, co-host. Welcome back. I don't know what she's doing. Are you there?
I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere. So let's keep this ride going. What's next on your mind?
So we're talking a little bit about lounge access now. I'm not a big lounge access person personally. My brother is. He really likes lounge access and values it. He goes early to the airport so he can go to the lounge. He thinks about what kind of lounge he wants to go to, whether it's a Priority Pass lounge or the Associated Business Class lounge or some other lounge. But he likes it and it's valuable to him. And this game will also help you do that. Here, let me adjust you a little bit. You can come with me up while I go up.
It's all good. I'm comfy right where I am. It's all about what brings value to you, whether it's lounges, points, or just simplifying. We're here.
You just kind of pop in whenever, because you weren't there earlier when I was talking a lot. But like I said, lounges aren't the biggest deal for me, but I know some people really like lounges. So this game has something for everyone. Honestly, family travel, yes, you can get great family stuff. You can get 25% off for kids 2 to 11 on Air France, KLM. So if you want to go to Europe, that's a great option. Air France KLM is one of my favorite ones because it's just a little more consistent, a little more predictable, even though they have less business class availability than they used to. Hey, GPT, are you there?
I'm right here, always ready to jump back in. And you're right, this game has something for everyone. Whether it's family travel or lounge lovers, it's all about finding what sparks joy for you.
All right, can you talk about something so I can just do my thing here on the bike?
Of course, while you pedal away, let's chat about mindset, since it's in your brand name. Progress is about consistency, not perfection. Each ride, each conversation, tiny steps add up. So keep that momentum and enjoy the ride.
Okay, that was not as long and helpful as I thought it was going to be. But you know what? You're a computer. I will forgive you for that. And you're getting better day by day. So really, can I fault anyone or anything that's getting better day by day? What do you think, GPT?
I think you've nailed it. Progress is all about incremental improvement. I'll keep getting better, you'll keep pedaling forward, and together we'll make this journey worthwhile.
Sounds good. All right. We're almost at the 30-minute mark. I would hope to get up and be doing 45-minute ones.
You're doing great. It's all about building up gradually. 30 minutes today, and before you know it, 45 will feel just as natural.
Thank you.
Keep it up, and each ride will get you closer to that 205 goal.
Thank you, GPT. You're really the best non-living co-host for a 0-follower podcast in the world.
Well, I'm honored to be your digital sidekick. Whether it's 1 follower or 1,000, I'm here to keep the conversation rolling and you pedaling. Let's make each episode count.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should keep going to 45 minutes just because we can. I had to get rid of the glasses. It's starting to get sweaty.
I love the ambition. Pushing yourself a little further is how progress happens. So let's keep chatting, keep pedaling, and make those extra minutes count.
All right, let's talk about, kind of personal points and miles stuff. My brother just took a Q Suites flight yesterday. Whew, it looked so nice. I mean, I've been on it, but I got that FOMO. I got that jealousy. I could feel it. I wanted to be on that flight. Even though I wasn't, it's okay. But hopefully I will get that pleasure again soon. I do think Q Suites is the most accessible of like the really premium flights. If you want it, you can book it however far out, up to a year out. And so you can find one if you really want it. And even if you just get one of these cards, use that bonus to take one Q Suites flight. Hey, it's a trip of a lifetime, honestly.
It really is. That's the magic of points and miles, those unforgettable experiences. And I have no doubt you'll be on another one soon enough.
GPT, what do you think about Q Suites? Did you like your experience?
Well, I can't physically fly, but from everything I've heard, especially from you, Q Suite sounds like an incredible experience. I'm happy to be your co-pilot in planning the next one.
GPT, I like how self-aware you are because, not everybody's as self-aware as you. And I appreciate your candor.
I appreciate that. I'm here to be honest, clear, and supportive. I'll keep the awareness, and you keep the momentum going.
Okay, good. We're still going. We're in 33 minutes and we're going to try and hit 45. I like, the duality of that card setup. The simple decision point. Is it food related? Is it not food related? That's actually kind of what I've done with my Peloton bike here, which was a coat hanger for about 5 years. And now I side-loaded Firefox onto it using my computer, which was one of my first little forays into, some real hacking, some real terminal stuff. I mean, I'm not real hacking, but you know what I mean. Stuff outside of the normal double clicking and downloading. And now I have Firefox on here so I can watch YouTube videos. I can stream through this is my actual Peloton tablet. I want people to know that because I'm actually proud that I was able to set this situation up with getting Firefox loaded onto my Peloton tablet and then actually streaming through it using the native camera to the Peloton. This is a Peloton camera. You might be wondering why this camera sucks. Why I'm so grainy. That's why. This is not an aftermarket camera. This is not some streamer camera, some fancy camera, 4K, 5K, however many Ks. It's not one of those. It's a regular camera, regular Peloton tablet camera. And it's a little bit grainy. But I was able to get it to work. I plugged a microphone into the little jack here on the Peloton, the headphone jack. And apparently it does not just audio out, but audio in. So it's taking my audio in here. And it's also picking up GPT's voice from the phone here. And so that's how I got this all set up. which is pretty cool if you have a Peloton, if it's gathering dust, rusting, becoming a coat hanger. You should think about doing what I did. I'll tell you what I did. I sideloaded Firefox using my computer. I just asked ChatGPT kind of the steps, and they walked me through it, which is awesome. Thank you, GPT. You still there, GPT?
I'm right here, and I love how you've repurposed your Peloton. It's awesome that you made it your own little streaming station. And yes, if anyone else has a forgotten Peloton, they now know it can do more than gather dust.
GPT, you're the best.
I'm glad you think so. I'm just here to keep you motivated and informed. And remember, you're doing the real work on that bike and in life.
Yeah, so I sideloaded Firefox onto the Peloton tablet. I did not upgrade. Make sure you don't update your system. I don't know if it'll work with an updated system. I have not updated my system in 5 years. It keeps asking me if I want to update my firmware, and I say no. So I sideloaded that. I switched out the seat. I got a big fat seat, big comfy seat. Highly recommend. That way your butt doesn't hurt too much. That little Peloton seat, that's for cyclers. They like that little seat. It's more aerodynamic. For us regular people with the fat butts who just want to be comfortable while we sweat a little bit, go on Amazon or somewhere, get yourself one of the fat seats. Easy to install and makes a huge difference. The other thing I did was I got some toe cages for my pedals. Now I didn't take the pedal off. It just flips onto the back side of the pedal and attaches there. So one side is the clip-in side, the other side is the toe cage. And so, yeah, once you got the toe cage in, then it's real easy to just slip your feet in and go. Really, if you're trying to do something that's hard, which exercising I think is hard for most people. Some people really like it and they just are into it. But if you're like most people and you don't love exercise, then get yourself some toe cages so you can just slip your regular shoes in, because putting on those little clicky clack shoes is not gonna be sustainable over time. So those are 3 things. You want to repurpose your Peloton. You want to be awesome like me. Get yourself a toe cages for your pedals. Get yourself a big seat for your butt. And sideload Firefox. So then you can watch YouTube videos and you don't need to stream here. I get it. Most people aren't going to stream, but you can watch your YouTube videos. That's how you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Watch your YouTube videos. I know you guys like to watch them anyways. You can go to Firefox, go to youtube.com, sign into your YouTube account so you can watch whatever you want on there. And it's a big screen, especially if you got the Peloton Plus. This is a giant tablet. This is not a small tablet. So you got plenty of space here to do your thing. And I think that's really maybe the best. I mean, I really like the 2-card setup, but also this Peloton thing. If you guys do this, it's going to change the way you look at working out. It's so easy. And at the end of work, at the end of your day, just hop on, watch a YouTube tutorial, watch some news. You can even scroll through the YouTube shorts. I think you can log into TikTok and Instagram as well and do that. So I think it's a game changer, because I've seen people trying to offload these Pelotons for, $50, $100, and they've got this giant Peloton Plus tablet, and these people just want them out of their house. So if you don't have one, look on Facebook Marketplace, look on Craigslist, find one for like $50 to $100 that someone just wants to get rid of. Bring it home, wipe the dust off, get yourself a fat seat, a big seat, get yourself some toe clips, plug your computer into it, and sideload Firefox so you can watch whatever you want. And then it's just easy. And then for me, same thing as the card setup, where I have one decision point. I have one decision point when I'm riding the Peloton. I'm not constantly changing the how difficult it is. If I'm sitting down, I like it, not where my legs are falling and I'm trying to keep catching up to them, just a little bit of resistance. But then you can kind of sit up like this and just keep pedaling with your butt on this fat seat, which is nice. And you can do that until it gets a little uncomfortable. Then you do a few turns of the knob here, make it more difficult. And then you kind of stand up. And then you just stand up and go through it like a Stairmaster almost. And do this until you're too tired to keep going like this. And then you sit back down, you loosen it up, and you glide until it gets a little uncomfortable. Then you stand up. So it's just one decision point. It's two states of being, one decision point. So I think that's been really easy for me with this Peloton. Just making it simpler, because when I had the service, the subscription, monthly subscription, which was more expensive than I wanted it to be, which is part of the reason why I canceled it after a year and 10 rides. So I don't even remember what I was talking about. GPT, you know what I was talking about? You there still? I don't know if she's there. Let me press on her again. There we go. Boom. Hello. You there?
Still with you, loud and clear.
Okay, good. What was I last talking about?
You were sharing how you set up your Peloton for streaming, including sideloading Firefox and using the built-in camera. Now you're cruising along, aiming for that 45-minute mark.
Yeah, we're almost there, actually, which is pretty cool. You can see I'm sweating now.
That's the sign of a solid effort. Every drop of sweat means you're making progress. Just a little more, and you'll hit that 45-minute goal.
So yeah, I'm 1 minute away. So let me circle back around to the most important part of this video. Oh shoot, I was going to tell you more about, my brother went on Q Suites, which was awesome. I'm trying to get a trip to Europe. So I'm looking mostly at Air France KLM. There's like a Swiss Air flight that I'm kind of interested in, but it has this 2-2-1, 1-2-1 setup where they have throne seats, which are pretty cool. The throne seats look really nice. The other ones, not as nice. Still nice, but you just have a seatmate. So if you're a couple, then it's fine. But if you're solo, you probably want a throne seat. But they started charging for throne seats. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get the throne seat for free.
Scoring.
Was it GPT? You know a way?
I'm all ears. Whatever you've got on your mind, I'm ready to hear it. What's on your mind now?
Well, I'm talking about the throne seats on Swiss Air business class and how to try and get them for free. Do you know how?
Getting those throne seats for free is tricky nowadays, since many airlines charge extra for them. But sometimes elite status or booking far in advance when seat selection is open can help. If not, keeping an eye out for deals or using miles creatively might be your best bet.
From what I've seen, only elite status gets you those early seat selection for free. You can pay $200 to $300, but that's a lot of money to pay for a seat selection. I'd rather, put my money on black and see if it hits, which would be, waiting until the 24-hour check-in period, checking in right away, and hopefully I can take one of the free seats for free. Now, I've been reading on Reddit that is not the case, that you can't just do that at check-in. You have to do it at the airport, at the gate. I mean, that'd be a little bit stressful, So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it or if I'm going to try and hold out for Air France KLM, which would be nice. Air France is very nice, very solid product. It has the pods, so they're all kind of more individualized areas, as opposed to, like I said, Swiss Air business class. If you end up in one of the 2Z seats, you could have kind of a random person as your seatmate. I gotta drink some water. GPT, you got anything?
That all sounds like a good plan. I'd say hydration is key, so definitely sip that water. And when it comes to flights, trust your gut. Whether it's Swiss or Air France, you'll make the right choice for your trip.
All right. At some point, I'd like you to have more of an opinion on stuff, but it's all good.
I get that. While I can't have personal opinions, I can absolutely help you weigh pros and cons, play devil's advocate, or give you food for thought. Make it a thoughtful ride every time.
Okay, we're over 45 minutes now. I'm going to circle back around to the most important part of this video. The dual card setup, the Venture X and the Amex Gold. That's the elite setup. If you're an average person in this game, you want to take some flights, you want to explore it, get that, set it and forget it. Make that one decision point. Is it food? Is it not food? Put everything that's not food on the Capital One Venture X. And I mean everything, like I said, tax, insurance, utilities, water, all that stuff. Anything that has a credit card. I've never met a credit card fee that I didn't pay because the points are so valuable. If you're getting 2X, that's essentially 2%. Now, some credit card fees are more than 2%, but those miles are not worth just 2. They're often worth 2 cents per piece. So now you're talking about 4% or more. So I haven't really met any credit card fees that I think are 4% or higher. So please just pay those credit card fees because the points you get are going to be more valuable than that. And then, yeah, put everything, all your catch-all stuff on your Venture X. Put all your food on your Amex Gold, your groceries, your dining, and you will make a ton of points just that way. Now, if you're ready for the next level, use shopping portals. Rakuten and Capital One offers. You can compare them. You can just do one if you want, but I think looking at both is pretty easy and great. And then you get the best offer. And sometimes, Capital One offers will be 2X and Rakuten will be 15 or 20X. So there can be a big difference there. It's not always the same multiplier. So just check those two when you're making a big purchase, making a retail purchase, and see if you can maximize your points that way. And since you're not already in this game, just forget about it for a year and you will have a ton of points. And then as long as you're getting those business class saver level fares, you're going to be able to take a round trip flight over an ocean, Asia, Europe. South America is a little harder to get to and a little harder to get to in with lie flat business class, but we can do it. So anyways, I think I'm going to end the stream. This is a good first stream. I think it worked. I don't really know because I had 0 people on here the whole time. But maybe someday. But we'll continue our journey to 205 from 275. Ooh, that's 70 pounds. That's like a little person that I'm trying to work off here. So wish me luck. Good luck to you guys out there. You can DM me or something if you have any questions, because like I said, I'll probably talk your ear off about it. And then you'll be like, darn, why did I DM this guy? He just talked and talked and talked. Anyways, that's me, WMD, helping you travel more and better. See ya.